Hello, my name is Tom McPherson and welcome to my new Circle Line Art School video, How to Draw a 3D Moving Optical Illusion. Hopefully when you look at this drawing, it will give the impression of moving. It is a still image, but hopefully it will look like it moves. To start this drawing, we need to draw a horizontal line and then a vertical line. The two lines need to meet in the middle of your page. Next, draw a series of vertical curves on the left-hand side of the vertical line. Each of these curves needs to be more curvy than the last curve. As they approach the middle horizon line, they almost touch in the middle of the page, but they don't quite. They get close together to each other as you draw more curves in the center. Once we have about 5 curves, it is time to repeat these lines on the right-hand side of our vertical central line in the center of the paper. I try to start and stop each curve in a very similar place to the point on the left-hand side of the paper where I started and stopped each curve. I guess you could measure these marks on the left and then repeat them on the right-hand side if you want your drawing to be really symmetrical. I just tend to draw things by eye, sort of if it looks right it is right, at least right enough anyway. Now we should have a symmetrical pattern of curves. And once we've got this, we can draw more curves on the left, following the same structure as we were in the first curved marks. Each of these curved lines needs to be as smooth as you can to create the effect that we need. At this stage, it might help to think of this as a drawing of a tunnel, so that these curved lines are showing a distance in perspective, sort of tunneling away from us. I make some marks on the horizontal line, so I can space these new curves out evenly. They become curves that look like the letter C, as they get closer to the central sort of column of the drawing. Next, we need to just repeat the curves that we did on the left, but this time on the right-hand side, so that when we look at the drawing at this stage, it starts to in a sense look like a circular tunnel that is going around a central column. Throughout this drawing, it is useful to see the symmetrical nature of the optical illusion that we're drawing. There are 2 lines of symmetry in this drawing, the horizontal and the vertical lines that we drew at the very beginning. A symmetrical shape is the same on both sides of its line of symmetry, or at least roughly the same. Now, on this central column, we can draw some evenly spaced marks down the center of the column. And then from these evenly spaced marks, we can draw a series of curved lines that curve around this column. The higher curved marks need to sort of curve upwards towards the top of the page. And then as we draw more curved marks going to the center of the page, they almost become straight lines on the horizontal line in the center of the page. And then we can continue these curved lines going down to the bottom of the page. And as they go towards the bottom of the page, they become more curved-like, but this time curving downwards, and then the lines at the top of the column curve up, and the lines at the bottom curve down. For many of these curves, I find that I can just copy a curve that I have already drawn on the other side of the line of symmetry. This helps me work out where the lines go, to be able to see the symmetry in the drawing and then just copy the lines across from one side to the other, from the left to the right or from the top to the bottom. Now we have the basic structure of our optical illusion. But now we need to make central points or marks on each of the 4 lines of the rectangles that we have drawn. So in a sense, if you look at your drawing at this stage, all the shapes that we have drawn are really distorted rectangles. They're like rectangles that have been drawn on a curved surface, so they look all odd shapes, but they are in a way still rectangles, and within each one we want to try and draw a diamond shape that touches the four sides of the rectangle at the center points of each rectangle. Once you have found the center points, the next step is to draw these diamond shapes in each and every rectangle within this drawing. This step is straightforward, but does take some time. So once I've drawn a few of these lines in a row, I'll speed up this video. You might like to pause this video at this stage to allow yourself time to catch up with this in your drawing. I found that if I drew a diamond in each rectangle, that was fine, but the 4 points of each diamond must touch the diamond next to it, however distorted that diamond becomes. So at this stage it looks like a fun drawing, but we have more to do to create the sense of a moving optical illusion, which is my aim in this drawing. So the next step is to draw all of the diamonds with a thin black pen, basically to go over every diamond again with a black pen, now that we know where they are. It's important to wait for the pen that you've used to dry so that it does not smudge, because we need to erase all of the pencil lines that took so much time to draw. They were just sort of like scaffolding. We don't need them anymore, we just need the diamond shapes. Again, you might like to pause this video at this stage so that your drawing can catch up, or maybe you can just remember the stage. Next, I make every other diamond black with a very black pen, so I fill in the shapes with a black pen. I found that I could keep track of which diamond to blacken by drawing them in rows. So I'll speed up this time-consuming step. It does make a good pattern to see it developing over time, but it's not the optical illusion that I wish to create. There's one more step to go. So now we have a complex pattern of black and white diamonds. The last and final step is to draw a vivid orange, a bright orange line on the right hand side of some of the white diamonds, on the left hand side of the drawing, and then copy these orange diamond lines to the next diamond next door to it, and this will show you where to place them, because basically we're trying to put these two orange marks on the right hand side of each diamond. But as the diamonds move across the three-dimensional sort of shape that we've given form to, the orange diamonds might change direction, but as long as they work with their sort of neighbours either side, just let them change direction as they come through. Now that this drawing is finished and we have done all of the hard work of finding out where to draw the shapes, I hope you can see the effect of movement that this optical illusion can create. This is episode 203 of my How to Draw videos on my YouTube channel Circle Line Art School. Thank you very much for watching this video. I hope you like it. Please click to subscribe to my channel to see a new video every week. Thank you for watching, and I hope your drawing turns out okay. And see you next time. Bye bye.